Hello everybody, I want to let you know there was a missing section to my book review. I was looking through the things on my computer that I've done recently, deleting some things, and I found a folder that was supposed to have been included in my book review. Granted, it's a small section, but in my opinion, for any people that has read the book, may not know a whole lot about the case, I thought it was important and I think it needs to be out there. As you know, I have just done this book review on this book by Sherilyn Cadle, The Many Faces of Christopher Watts. Okay, the section I'm talking about is there is a part in her book where she says, regardless of what anyone says, or this is verbatim, but she is the only one that has ever sat down and talked to Chris and gotten his story. And she says because of that, people now refer to her as Chris Watts' speaker. Now, I've never heard anyone say they think that Sherilyn is his speaker. Actually, quite the opposite. Either way, Sherilyn is not the only one that has sat down and spoke to Chris face to face. Several people have. Not saying that they all went on to write a book. I don't think any of them did, except her. But Anna, and some of you may not know who I'm talking about here. If you're new to the case, you probably don't know, because she's not talked about much anymore. But Anna reached out to Chris when he was still in Welch. Anna lived in Wisconsin. And when Chris got moved to Wisconsin, to Dodge, she went and visited him constantly. I mean, she was one of the first people on his visitor list. She was visiting him up to 5 times a day. She even became his girlfriend for a while. But she originally started writing him a month after he was arrested. So Sherilyn's not the only one. Here's a little clip I put together about Anna, and there's also a Kate. I think it's Kate anonymously in here, but most people believe that this Kate that was in this interview is Cale, which is a family friend of the Watts. I don't know that it's Cale, but that's what was said. So here's the clip, and here is the missing section of my book review.
One other thing we heard yesterday from a woman named Anna who visits Watts behind bars. Watts telling her that it's because of his mistress, Nicole Kessinger, that she had some kind of a hold on him, kept a tight leash on him.
Well, we're hearing a lot about what Chris is saying behind bars. We spoke to numerous people who are still in contact with him. But he is talking about the affair. He's saying, you know, he feels now that if the affair had never happened, maybe he wouldn't have murdered his family.
He may be behind bars now, but he's not done talking.
I have spoke to Chris while he's in prison about once a week.
I visit him about every 2 to 3 weeks.
When Chris talks to me about Shanann, he talks to me about how great she was and how much he loved her. Chris feels like he had a break in reality, like he snapped, like he was demon possessed.
Chris feels that if the affair would have never happened and she would have never came into his life, that the murders would never have happened. He thinks that she had this strong control over him, that he describes like a leash that he wasn't able to get off of or get away from, and he thinks that that has played a role in what happened.
Thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave us a comment below on your thoughts of this video. And until next time, this is UnJustified.